We've hit the midway point of the season and we are definitely hitting our stride. The only question we really have is, who do we start at striker? And welcome back, everyone, to episode number 125 of Bottom to the Top. I am Mr. Cellophane, and we have gotten a tremendous number of goal-scoring contributions from across our front line. Now, Gershke Akar on the right wing. He's made a couple appearances at striker, but primarily as our right wing. He leads the team with 10 goals, but we have 4 strikers that we've been rotating around, each with a ton of goals apiece. Alejandro Pintos and Cesar Ramos with 9. Gonzalo Perez and Armando each with 8. So who do we start in the next match? We played 16 matches in the league. We're sitting on 33 points in 4th place, just one behind Sporting. So we are starting to close that gap. We're still 9 off of the top of the table behind Sporting Braga. They have continued to win. Since we last saw each other, 3 victories in the league, 1 in the cup. We beat Famalicão at home 4-2. Then a friendly against Santa Clara just to kind of cleanse the palate, coming back from a little bit of a break during the December international window. We ended the year with a 1-0 victory on the road at Estrella Amadora. And then on the other side of New Year's Day, a home victory against Moreirense 4-1 before hosting Covilha in the cup. We beat them 3-0 with a highly rotated squad. Because we are in January, the African Cup of Nations is taking place. So Daniel Zungu is not going to be available to the team for at least, I would say, the next 3 or 4 weeks as he represents South Africa in the competition. Alex Van Riel has really stepped up and done a nice job for us, picking up a goal and an assist in 3 matches in the Portuguese Cup. Also a goal and 2 assists in 9 total appearances, 4 of them starts in the league. Pair of assists in the Champions League in relief as well. Now, he will not feature in this match because we have a huge matchup midweek against Benfica, a top of the table 6-pointer. So we're going to be holding him in reserve for that. But a very good output from the 19-year-old Dutch U21 international. We hope that it continues while Zungu is off representing his country. We're also going to be holding Captain Gui Katau out of this match. He has received an offer on him from Saudi Arabia that he is very interested in us accepting. So because there's a potential deal on the table, we don't want to do anything to scuttle that. He has been a very good player for us. He's picked up a pair of goals in all competitions, and he has been a stalwart on our back line. Sean Smith is going to get the start in this one in his place. We've been looking for a more regular role for Smith, and this could potentially give us the opportunity. We're looking at a deal that could be upwards of 40 to 45 million euros. We kind of can't really turn it down for the 27-year-old because he wants to leave. So if he wants to leave, then we are going to accommodate him because we don't want to upset a highly influential player, a team leader, because if we upset him, we end up destroying the delicate balance that we have managed to forge in our changing room. So we will rotate a bit against the 14th place Santa Clara. We destroyed them in a friendly just a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully we can have a very similar result at home in the league. Vitek is going to get the starting goal. It will be Sandro and Cunha as our fullbacks. In the middle of our defensive line will be Sean Smith and Lopez. Martins and Aklin getting the start in the midfield. David Zambrano is going to start as our left wing. Gershke Akar, our leading scorer, is going to be on the right-hand side, and up front will be Alejandro Pintos, who did come to us complaining he was not getting enough playing time, considering he has 9 goals on the season. I think we have no problem obliging him, and he will be paired up front with Armando. Sporting has already been in action this week. They drew for the 2nd consecutive match. They sit 2 points ahead of us. A win today catapults us into 3rd place, with both teams having played 17 matches, and hopefully we might be able to gain some ground on Braga and Benfica as well. Costa will control it, play it for Al Mokawi. taken away. Sandro knocks it clear. Martins. Pintos up for Armando, for Pintos. He's got space in front of him. Pintos drives it and throws it across the goal mouth and out for a Santa Clara goal kick. A good run by Armando. Maybe if he held up play a little bit longer, waited for some additional support, it could have gone a long way for us. Corner kick coming up for Porto. To take it is David Zambrano. He'll deliver the in-swinger. Looking in the middle. Aiken can't get his head on it. Armando will get the clearance. Play it forward. Zambrano over for Lopez. Lopez will shoot. And Macaulay getting his hands on that one to deflect that behind for another Porto corner attempt that Zambrano will look to deliver. We played 9 minutes. Zambrano sends it in. Aiken getting his head on that one for his 5th goal of the season. I believe that's the first assist of the year for David Zambrano. Zambrano, while we brought him in, has pretty much found himself as our 3rd choice left wing. So he has not gotten a ton of opportunities. Hoping to take advantage of this one as much as he possibly can. Aiken doing a fantastic job on that corner kick with the header. He has been pretty prolific goal scorer. In fact, right behind the strikers, he is our next highest goal scorer now with 5. Akar looking to send it away. Knotted down, Otavi in control across for Costa. He'll spin, turn, fire, and launch that over the crossbar. No harm, no foul. Looking at the live table, there we are in 3rd place. Zambrano, free kick. Akar, his header is going to be a bit too strong on the other end and unable to take advantage of that one. Famalicão up 3-0 over Viso. Morense and Boavista tied at 1. Guimarães Sporting, that game match is already over. They tied at 1 as well. And this is something we do not want to see. Gershke Akar picking up a foot injury. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad of one. David Pereira, who is obviously his backup right now. We've talked a little bit about him before. He got injured at the end of last year. He did not see a lot of action at the beginning of the year. He's been working his way back into the rotation. Akar is obviously our first choice at the position, but if we do need to make a change there, it is Pereira that we have called on. Gustavo not even on the bench. He would be our 3rd choice. Final 3rd throw in. Zambrano leaving it back for Sandro. Zambrano once again moving to his right foot into the middle. Armando for Pereira. His shot's going to be blocked by Romero, and that will go out behind for yet another Porto corner kick. Can we take advantage once again from the set piece? Zambrano delivers. Aiken can't get there. Cunha, cushioned header to himself. Zambrano back for Cunha. Across into the middle. Otavi will clear it, but Zambrano is right there. Moving it to the left. Zambrano in for Martins. Giving it back to Cunha. And that is where the highlight. Too many back passes, and Football Manager's like, okay, we've seen enough. Macaulay to send it long. 3 minutes have been added on at the end of this first half. Played forward. Pintos can't get in front of that. Michoud playing it ahead. Otavio will lose it off of the heavy touch to Aiken. Smith in control now. Up for Martins. Aiken with it. Pivots it back for Lopez. Lopez near side for Pereira. For Aiken. Back to the sideline. Pereira a little bit behind him. He'll feed it forward. Armando with the nutmeg and the goal. Now we have 3 strikers with 9 goals on the season as Armando joins that list. Can we see if one of them can catch Gershke Akar at the top with 10 by the time this match is over? But Porto, at pretty much the death of this first half, has managed to eke out a 2-0 lead. We sit 4 points behind Benfica, still yet to play. 6 points now behind Braga, also with a game remaining to play. Although I'm beginning to suspect they may be playing each other, although there are a bunch of other teams near the bottom of the table also having only played 16 matches. So I guess we'll have to find out tomorrow, not in tomorrow's episode, but tomorrow in the game, as to where we stand in relation to the 2 teams ahead of us. Can we keep it going? We're actually 5 points behind Sporting Braga. I'm miscalculated somehow. Cunha looking to throw it in. He's got Armando along the far sideline. In front of the benches. Lopez controlling. We'll just drop it back for Smith. Smith looking to pivot it back to Lopez on the right. Cunha Again in possession, thrown forward, looking for Pereira, but Diaz will step in front of that one. Errant pass, though, intercepted by Smith. Martins gets away from one man, feeds Ramos. Will play it back for Sandro along the near side. Sandro in control up the sideline. Zambrano in for Martins. Across, Aiklin. Over for Zambrano. In the middle, Armando. There it is. Goal number 10 on the year. He joins Gershke Akar. If it counts, VAR will take a look. Here in the 70th minute, the goal will stand. It is the 10th of the year for Armando. And we have done a very good job of finding very capable strikers on this team in this past summer transfer window. Do we have too many? Only time will tell. But right now, a second assist of the match for David Zambrano as well. He has been playing very well in this match. Martin sending it forward. Can't pick out Aiklin. Cleared away as far as Zambrano. Back into the middle. Johansson, though, will cushion a header to Otavi. Borus carrying it forward. Waiting for the defense to come back and waiting for some help. Diaz throwing it forward. Finds Otavi. What a delivery and what a goal. Christopher Otavi. Rodrigo Diaz throwing the ball forward into space, into the box, kind of in that no man's land, behind the defense, but in front of the goalkeeper. And the 6th goal of the season for the Santa Clara attacker. Otavi puts it past the Vitek, who really, honestly, could have put in a slightly better effort. Pintos is not doing a whole heck of a lot. Gonzalo Perez will come in and take his place. Sean Smith will cede his position to the youngster Tiago. Where'd he go? Tiago Cavaco making his debut for the team as we make 2 changes with a little under 15 minutes remaining in this match. Still dominating, Perez playing it across. Alves will get in front of that one. Lefkovic will facilitate in getting it forward, but Martin's coming back the other way. Perez holding up play in the middle. Pereira. He's got it, taking it into the box. Pereira looking to square it over. He finds Gonzalo Perez with his 9th goal of the year. So we have 2 players on 10 goals, 3 on 9. And this is only our 17th match of the league season. Now, of course, we've got matches in the various cups. We are in the semifinal of the Allianz Cup. We are also doing very well in the Taça de Portugal, or whatever it's called, the Portuguese Cup, as well as, obviously, the Champions League as well, with a couple of league phase matches still to play as Santa Clara gets one back. For 2 now, with 7 minutes to go. We're not going to worry too much about those. These set pieces where they deliver it low to the guy outside the box, they are just so difficult to defend. Plus 24 on the goal difference and another corner. This one Pereira is going to take from the near side. 4-2 your score, just a couple of minutes left in regulation. Pereira delivers. Aiklin heads it on, and Nino Aiklin has a brace as well with goal number 6 on the year. So Aiklin and Armando each with a pair of goals, and Porto is cruising to an easy victory. 5-2. Will that be the final score? Well, we will find out when the 4 minutes of added time have expired. We've gone to full time, 26-10. Your shots on goal. 5-2. Most importantly, your final score, and Porto moves back into a Champions League spot. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to have Gershke Akar against Benfica or, well, anybody else for the near future. 3 weeks with a sprained ankle. Oh, that's devastating, but I guess Pereira is just going to need to step up. We'll see if Gustavo can get back in time, but he's been suffering with a thigh strain, so 2 of our 3 right wings currently out with injury. We are seeing a ton of interest in one of our other center backs. It's a 19-year-old Argentinian, Sebastian Martinez. We've talked a lot about him. He is one of my favorite players on the team. I was very excited when we first joined Porto to see someone of his caliber. Now, a ton of interest has been shown. We actually have gotten a number of offers pretty much below his baseline value that you see in front of you, 36 to 48 million, kind of on the lower end of that. Luckily for us, he really wants to go to Liverpool. Doubly lucky for us, Liverpool is not one of the teams that has put in an offer, so we have very calmly and confidently rejected everything that has come through. If we're going to be losing our captain on the back line, we do not want to be losing our future on the back line. This O Clasico derby is really going to be a top of the table 6-pointer because Benfica in the last match managed to beat Sporting Braga 2-0 and have taken over at the top of the table. We sit 7 points behind, a chance to pull within 4. It's Vitek in goal, a back four of Sandro, Smith, Martinez, and Cunha. Martins and Akelin remain in the midfield. Van Riel is coming in to replace Zambrano, as we talked about, on the left wing. Pereira will get the start on the right in place of the injured Gershke Akar, and Pintos and Armando will once again start and lead the line as our dual striking pair. Because I almost did forget to mention, our third potential right-wing option that we don't have available is Cesar Ventura. Mainly a midfielder, but he can play in that position in a pinch. He is representing Peru in an U23 tournament right now. He is not currently with the club. Our second time this year taking on Benfica. We drew them 1-1 in the second or third match week of the season on the road. We are hoping that we can have a better time at home. Now, Braga is leading in their match right now. I'm not 100% sure who they're playing. They're not showing up on the list. They are beating AVS currently 3-0. They are tied even on points with Benfica, both now 7 ahead of us. Ortega looking to get it started. Kubarsi will play at the Sandoval as Benfica controls in their own end. Martel, we are giving them a bit of space to run through the midfield. A little more than I'm used to seeing, to be honest with you. Later the near side, turned over as Sandro will start things. Over to Smith. Akelin coming back for that one, playing it up for Armando. Touch pass to the right wing. It's Pereira. Pereira up the sideline. Looking to get cut off, but he still has control. Pereira centering it in the middle and headed on and over. But a good attempt as the goalkeeper came out to make a play. Ortega couldn't get his hands on it. Unfortunately, we were unable to get the header on target. Sporting also winning their match. They have displaced us in third. Not much else happening after this first half. So we need a little bit more possession, boys. Let's get it going. We only enjoyed 42% of the ball, which is very rare for us. 5-4 your shots on goal through 45. And Leonardo Sabrosa off injured for Benfica. So they are already down a man. They've already had to make a substitution. 0-0 still your score. A very hard-fought, back-and-forth match. And I'm just assuming that is the case because we're not seeing anything. Smith, though, with the corner into the middle. Martel trying to clear Martinez for Pereira. His shot blocked. Armando's shot ricochets off of the frame of the goal, and Benfica looks to move it forward. Esposito carrying it ahead. His teammates still lagging behind. Martins trying to knock it clear. Akelin is going to come with it. Moves past one man ahead for Armando. Armando looking to counter in the other way. Up the near side. Pereira. Armando into the middle. Pintos dropping it down, but Sandoval is there for Benfica to mute any further Porto threat. 20 minutes remaining in this match. Martins is going to come out in place of Ignacio Fernandez, who wants a little bit more playing time. Alex Van Riel will be replaced by David Zambrano, who played so well in the last match. Pintos will cede position to Gonzalo Perez. Hopefully we can get something done with these changes as we shout out additional encouragement to our team with a little over 10 minutes remaining in this match. A draw would be unfortunate because we have an opportunity, obviously, to close the gap. It's going to be hard to do. Not dropping all 3 points to a rival opponent would also be very good. But then again, everybody is Porto's rival. Sandro looking to clear it. He gets it up to Perez. Played across. Pereira. Forward, can't pick out Armando. Barbosa looking to head the other way. Barbosa up the near side. Barbosa still with it toward the byline. He's got a man on him. Drops it for Rafael Luis. Into the middle. Played away, and the whistle blows. Did they just call a penalty? In the 89th minute, a penalty has been potentially called. I can't see them overturning this. Benfica has been awarded a penalty with less than a minute left in the match. and Vitek needs to come up huge, which he does not. Francisco Pio Esposito, with his 17th goal of the year, puts Benfica up 1-0, and that is just an absolute brutal turn of events as the 3 minutes added on have expired, and we not only failed to take advantage at home in the O Clasico derby, VAR and the referee, well, it wasn't just VAR, the referee does us dirty, awarding a penalty with just over 1 minute left in regulation. Hopefully this is but a minor blip and we should be able to rebound pretty nicely against AVS in a couple of days. We'll be back not long after that. We're going to play the Atleti match in the Champions League off camera. We are coming back for the Allianz Cup semifinal against Braga and then Manchester City to wrap up our league phase play in the Champions League, and I hope to see you then. And that will all be happening on Monday. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. I look forward to seeing you then. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you have not, and come on back Monday morning for more Bottom to the Top. Until we meet again, my friends, bye-bye.